Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time. To those who support us, also subscribers, and those who view our channel, I want to say thank you. Kindly continue in the same spirit. William Ruto is a cornered man because wherever he goes, in every corner of this country, people tell him that your punitive taxes are not wanted and Kenyans are crying foul over the high cost of living that he had promised to bring down. Amidst all this, William Ruto is not bothered at all. He's unshaken. He's worried, but he seems not to be bothered. He's busy laying grounds for 2027. That is his main focus. All these other things, according to him, are mere, trivial political sideshows. And majorly, he is focusing on the areas where he feels he didn't perform well and he thinks there is a potential. The coastal area, western, and part of Nyanza, that is in Kuria and Gusii. If you've realized, when Malala traverses the country in a bid to recruit more members in the UDA, wherever he goes, there's a little bit of altercations that people are fighting. The recent one is in Mombasa. The Nyali Member of Parliament, Mohammed Ali, is up against the Iyala Member of Parliament, Hassan Omar. And it seems that what they are fighting for is the control, and most likely Ali could be eyeing the gubernatorial seat. He wants to test it because Ali seems to be eyeing the Mombasa gubernatorial seat on a UDA ticket because Hassan Omar has tried it twice and he never succeeded. And this seems to be a problem between them. And William Ruto is really focused on trying to grab Mombasa from Raila Odinga because even in the last elections, he really tried. Were it not for the strength and the boldness of the Azimio fraternity there, William Ruto would have really ashamed them. The other place that William Ruto is really focused is in Western. And if you follow this kind of politics, he's building his politics around youth. And is elevating Malala against the chagrin of certain leaders in the UDA. Some from the Rift Valley, others from Western. Because Malala is a go-getter. He's a very exuberant young man. And the other one is Gusii. And William Ruto has poised Sylvanus Osoro to run for Gusii gubernatorial position. And if you see the way Sylvanus Osoro is carrying himself, he's started already being a thorn in the flesh to the current Gusii governor, Simba Arati. Sometimes he organizes for goons to try and intimidate the present governor, and there is a rivalry between them. And William Ruto is behind Osoro. Remember, Osoro was a member of parliament, and they started with Raila Odinga. He was in the ODM, and William Ruto plucked them. The way he plucked Malala, all those young chaps that Raila wanted around him, people like Chesa. And William Ruto elevated him to the level of the chief whip. He is the current Kenya Kwanza chief whip in parliament. Osoro is really outspoken. He braved the ODM storm in Gusii, and he is one of the few leaders who are elected on a UDA ticket in Gusii, and that tells you that you cannot underestimate him. In Kenya, if you want to test your strength and your popularity, it always happens in a gathering, maybe in funerals, in certain social places, and you'll see the kind of reception. So recently, ladies and gentlemen, there was a match in Gusii Stadium. Gusii is a home ground of Sylvanus Osoro. It is in Gusii. I think other bigwigs like Raila Odinga were to attend this match. I think it was Savannah FC. Savannah FC, I think the only famous club in Gusii. Savannah has struggled over the years, and this time around it seemed that it is on an upward trend. So when this match was happening, Osoro took that opportunity to attend that match. And you see, when he's there as the chief whip of the Kenya Kwanza, and the UDA. He represents President William Samoei Ruto. And when he is there, he's got security, he's got everything, he's also a member of parliament, and is trying to entrench himself. It was an opportunity for him to see whether he is the real emerging kingpin in Gusii. And something terrible happened to him. In a viral video that you have seen, Osoro was ejected. The youths who are there, who attended this match, literally ejected Osoro, and they didn't have kind words for him. It took the intervention of a contingent of policemen who escorted Osoro. You see, as a leader, when you are ejected from a function and you have to leave the function underway and you have the police around you, it's not very palatable, because this is the home ground of Sylvanus Osoro. And it is really very sad for him to be ejected. After this event, I conclusively deduced that Osoro still has a long way, if he has, to capture the Gusii gubernatorial seat. This happened immediately after they had passed the Finance Bill 2023. And you know, this finance bill is not popular among Kenyans. And even if he had certain support base, they would easily ditch him because he's supporting an oppressive government. That is what the youths are saying. William Ruto has to go to the drawing board, because William Ruto is a man of PR. He always wants to show that he is popular everywhere he goes. They want to show that he's popular in Western, in Nyanza, and everywhere. He's busy taking leaders from Azimio just to show that Raila Odinga is alone. But anytime he takes and picks leaders, the wananchi, the electorates are unmoved because they still support Raila Odinga. You can take, for example, Jalango, but the constituents will still remain with the ODM because Jalango has got just one vote. Sylvanus Osoro has just one vote. And so this shows that Raila is still very popular in Gusii. In Nyamira, he intimidated the former cabinet secretary in the interior, Fred King Matiang'i, and I believe they have still not forgiven him. Matiang'i was advised to take a low profile, and as such, the things have cooled down. But the residents know very well that William Ruto is a very crafty and cunning man. Osoro must go back to the drawing board. And if he thought that it was a walkover, it's not, because the youths spoke unequivocally that they didn't want Osoro there. Now, I was thinking that maybe these were funds that someone perhaps had placed there. But this thing happened spontaneously. And even if you may think that they were from outside, Gusii is supposed to be Osoro's home ground. We should have seen certain altercation where his youth maybe would come and defend him. But it was one-sided. Everyone there did not want him, and that's why he was ejected. And so his appetite for the Gusii gubernatorial position is still very far. The gubernatorial seat is a heavyweight for Osoro, and he needs to at least try and connect certain dots. Even to William Ruto, this is a lesson to him. You know, they think that you can pass that bill, then still come up to us with a lot of lies. Kenyans have become wiser. And that's why when they saw Sylvanus Osoro, they were singing, they didn't have those kind of words. When you are, if you are a member of this channel and you are listening to this, please tell me what is really happening. What is the wave there? Because someone was telling me that Osoro has got no chance, especially after the passage of this bill. He was the chief whip trying to woo all the Kenya Kwanza team to come and vote for this, yet Kenyans are suffering. Before we get to 2027, it will be messy, because everyone is seeing the kind of leadership that William Ruto is offering. It is a shadow of what he promised during the elections. And ladies and gentlemen, Osoro will go back to the drawing board. William Ruto will go back to the drawing board for him to get the popularity that he wants.